Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. K. Pushpam, Assistant Professor in Sociology. Now we are discussing about the Tehri Dam issues or Tehri Dam conflict. Introduction. The Tehri Dam issues was mostly about environmentalists like Sundarlal Bahuna who were against the project because it would have moved about 1 lakh people and hurt the fragile Himalayan ecosystem. The movement, which lasted from the 1980s until 2004, also generated worries about the Ganga's river's water being less pure and the lack of proper compensation and resettlement for individuals who were harmed. So this conflict, the starting from 1880s to 2004 because of the water purity and the environmental ecosystem and sustainability. The next move on, the term conflict. The term is the highest term in the India and one of the highest in the world. So the term is the very highest term in our India. Location on the Bhagranadi River, 200 miles northeast of Delhi. Height 18,855 feet and 261 meters. It is the fifth tallest dam in the world. Capacity, power generation capacity of 2,400 megawatts, provision of irrigation to an area of 2 270,000 hectares. The dam withholds a reservoir for irrigation, municipal water supply and the generation of 1,000 megawatts of hydroelectricity. The Return Development Project approved in 1970. So this project was approved in 1972, but the Return conflict will start at 1980 itself. Construction started 1978. The coffer term completed 1996. Closure of last two tunnels December 2002. Projected completion August 2003. Then benefits of the Theritum. What is the benefits in the related to nation or region? Because of the construction of the project, what are the benefits we will obtained? The 2,400 megawatts of environment friendly peaking power, the electricity power we get through the water. Then irrigation of 2.7 lakh hectares of new area, 162 million gallons per day of water supply to Delhi, all-round development of the region through better infrastructure and easy availability of electricity. Development of physiculture. So this culture was developed after the Theritum constructions. So that is related to fish farming or aquaculture. So the for food material or fish was developed with their own purposes. So that is the culture will develop after the Theritum. The next one is advantages for the Theritum. Once a dam is constructed, electricity can be produced at a constant rate. If electricity is not needed, the sluice gates can be shut, stopping electricity generation. The water can be saved for use another time when electricity demand is high. Dams are designed to last many decades and so can contribute to the generation of electricity for many years or decades. The lake that forms behind the dam can be used for water sports and leisure activities. Often large dams become tourist attractions in their own right. The lake's water can be used for irrigation purposes. The build-up water buildup of water in the lake means that energy can be stored and still needed when the water is released to produce the electricity. When in use, electricity produced by dam systems do not produce greenhouse gases, they do not pollute the atmosphere. So the main purposes, main advantages, we have to using the water for electricity production and the agricultural production, and also we are not polluted for the environment because we are using the natural energy itself. So that is the main advantages for the term constructions. So next, moving on, what are the disadvantages we have to face because of this term construction? So these are the advantages, only reason for the creating term conflict. The dams are extremely expensive to build and must be built to a very high standard. The high cost of dam construction means that they must operate for many decades to become profitable. The flooding of large areas of land means that the natural environment is destroyed. People living in villages and towns that are in the valley to be flooded must move out. This means that they lose their farms and businesses. In some countries, people are forcefully removed so that hydropower schemes can go ahead. So the disadvantages is mainly the more water it's come, the people are displaced from their origin, the sons of the soil places. So that time they are losing their farms and businesses. So automatically their inheritance business or traditional traditional work will be loose. So that is the reason this project will be against. Then next is the building of a large dams can cause serious geological damage. For example, the building of the Hoover Dam in the USA triggered a number of earthquakes and has depressed the earth surface at its location. Although modern planning and design of dams is good in the past, old dams have been known to be breached. The dam gives under the weight of water in the lake. This has led to death and flooding. Dams built blocking the progress of a river in one country usually means that the water supply from the same river in the following country is out of their control. This can lead to serious problems between neighboring countries. Building a large dam alters the natural water table level. For example, the building of the Aswan Dam in Egypt has altered the level of the water table. This is slowly leading to damage of many of its ancient monuments as salts and destructive minerals are deposited in the stonework from rising damp caused by the changing water table level. So because the salt content will be in a cumulative in the particular places, then the water storage will be vary from the beginning from the till the date. So that kind of disadvantages also rising through this term construction. Next one is the protest. These are the advantages we have the return construction. There are so many protests are raising for their return construction. For 1978, the Taribant Virodhi Sangra Samiti, it was started by the environmentalist, and 74 days hunger strike in 1996 by Sundarlal Bahuna. So he is mainly the Sundarlal Bahuna like the environmentalist movement because these are the activities or struggling for the environmental impact or the environmental impact, and they are struggling for sustaining the environment. the protecting the ecosystem. So he was 74 days hunger strike in 1996, and many anti-term rallies also protest. So these are the protest and anti-movement or activating for the Tehri Dam conflict. The next one is environmental issues. Protest was against displacement of town inhabitants and consequences of weak ecosystem. The Theritum is located in the central Himalayan seismic cap. The region was the site of a 6.8 magnitude earthquake in October 1991 with an epicenter 53 km from the location of the dam. Dam is designed to withstand an earthquake of 8.4 magnitude, but some seismologists say that earthquakes with a magnitude of 8.5 or more could occur. If it breaks down, numerous downstream would submerge, whose population is near 1 million. So these are the issues will be generated for the during that Tehri construction, because the earthquake fear also there, the water flood also there. So these are the reason the environmental issues will be rises. The next one is measures for ecological impacts. Compensatory afforestation. Afforestation in an area of 4,586.07 hectares. Catchment area treatment to reduce soil erosion and 52.204 hectares treated. Command area development to mitigate water logging and sanity, and the network of field and trains were developed. The next one is flora and fauna, botanical garden, and to preserve the important flora and Magsir fish catchery and fish farm. So these are the things we have to create. The ecological was developed. So these are the measures for protecting the environment. The next one is water quality maintenance. The no adverse effect on the water quality and 5 monitoring stations at upstream and downstream. Green belt along the rim the reservoir. Along the rim of the reservoir and resultant saltation to protect the regenerate the vegetation to increase the natural beauty. So these are the things we will to protect the natural or in the environment automatically protect. Then next, these are the images for Tehri Dam construction. So the how to is there now, how to it will be there. So that is the thing will be done. So these are the just example messages will be given. Thank you.